What's going on, everybody? Dylan and Ben here with PeakBot for episode 182 of the Automation Station. Ben, how's it going, man?
It's going, man. It's going good. I'm not nearly doing as well as you are right now. Why don't you tell everybody where you're at?
Well, I'm down here in the beautiful state of Florida, in the Melbourne area. I'm great, but I'll tell you what, I'm hot. I'm really hot. And I'm in a quarter zip right now because...
So you got a pullover on.
Yeah, well, you know what? The fans going out here. We're outside. It's like an indoor-outdoor situation. No, things are good here. It's not snow and wind up in New Jersey, so very happy. But no, so we got a packed agenda here today. Pardon my hey, whoa.
Yeah, new username.
Dougal. Now I forget his name. I'm just kidding. I would never. So good to see you, Doug. Yeah, we got a lot to discuss here today. A lot going on in the market, a lot of strategies being traded, a lot of strategies not being traded due to economic events, volatility, etc. So we're going to get into all that, plus more. We do have the holidays coming, Thanksgiving next week, which of course means Black Friday, which is a big deal in trading for the retail trader. We have some great offers, probably our best ever offer. And deal for PeakBot is actually live now. So we'll talk a little bit more about that for our lifetime all access pass. I think it's got to be like a 60 or 65%. I didn't do the actual math, but it's
a lot.
Really good.
It's a lot off. A lot of percentage off.
Saving a lot of money there. So we'll talk about that more. We of course have trader. Do we have trader trivia?
Yeah, we got trader trivia.
All right. So we'll have an opportunity for you to win a free month of PeakBot if you answer our question correctly and email it to us. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about our bots, okay? King AI, which of course has been our hot topic for quite a while. We'll take a look at the review, at the results there, still doing well. And maybe talk about and tease some other updates that we'll be making to other strategies, hone in on a couple of our partners that are seeing success right now. Give you some economic events to look out for next week with a short week with the holiday, slightly shortened. Ben, am I missing anything?
Yeah, no, I mean, you bring up a good point. Thursday, the market's going to be closed. On Friday next week, the market is a half day on Black Friday. That half day in itself does turn a lot of bots off. So we'll look at economic events coming up. Of course, the end of the week next week is going to be a little weird. So let's get into it, Dylan.
Let's get into it. We need music. Let me get some music going here. I know you were working on some. We got some new. Why don't you tell me what we got here? I don't want to click on something that I don't know what it is.
Let's do this one. It's called Desert Blaze.
Let's see what's really.
You know, the producers told us that we're the last show on the hub on Friday. We should just have a party.
It's a party. All right, good. This here, Desert Blaze. All right, Ben. We got a couple plugging in now. Maybe it makes sense to do trader right off.
Yeah, we can do trader trivia, but you got to fix your microphone because you're all static. Yeah, maybe
music.
Switch the mic.
All right, we'll see what I think.
Let's go ahead and get trader trivia up. For anybody that has not done trader trivia with us before, this is your opportunity to win one free month of our trading bots. So if you've ever thought about using a trading bot before, if you ever wanted to try using a trading bot before, but you didn't want to pay for it, again, here is your opportunity to get a trading bot for free for 1 month. You just need to email us at experience@peakbot.com. That's the email on screen. The answer to this question, and this question is, which index is often referred to as the fear gauge of the stock market? Is it A, NASDAQ? B, the S&P 500, C, Dow Jones volatility, or D, VIX? Think about it. Email us. If you get it right, we're going to email you back with a link for 1 free month of PeakBot.
Excellent. So email us now, Ben. Audio better, worse, terrible? What do we want?
Still, you speak, and then there's like a when you're done speaking.
All right, let's try. Better, worse.
Did you switch microphones?
Does it sound like a difference at all?
I think this is worse.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Better.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Well, so here's what we're gonna.
No, this is good. This is right there is good.
Right there's good.
Now it's gone. You're muted. No, you're not. Oh man, I might have to do this on my own.
No, we're gonna figure out. There's good work cutting tile across the street. So that's not.
Doug says it's a buffer problem.
Okay, well maybe it's not me.
How do you fix a buffer problem, Doug? I'm not sure.
I'll tell you the answer. I go on mute, and I'm here as support.
Okay. All right. So while we're waiting for you guys to email us to get your free month of PeakBot, let's go over a quick fun fact. It is a did you know? Did you know that during most U.S. government shutdowns, the stock market has historically tended to rise rather than fall? That's an interesting stat. And if we look back at this government shutdown, I haven't looked at it, but I'm curious to know if we're higher now than we were at the beginning. So this may seem counterintuitive, but investors typically expect shutdown to be temporary, and trust that lawmakers will reach an agreement to reopen the government quickly. Because of this, markets usually remain calm with minimal panic or drastic selling, as the shutdown is viewed as more of a short-term political event than a serious economic threat. Great way to think about it. Over time, this pattern has shown that investor confidence remains resilient, even amid political gridlock. That's a great point. And thinking about how our bots handled the shutdown, they traded through the shutdown. Now, on the night of the vote of the shutdown, the 1DTE bots were off, because if the vote to reopen the government was no, I do think that there would have been some panic and some selling, but we will never know, because the vote was yes, the government was reopened, and we are back to business as normal.
Mic check.
Okay, that sounded good.
Yeah, I wonder if is it better as I lift my computer off of a pillow?
Maybe.
And then worse now?
No, it's the same now.
We're gonna work with it. All right. So Ben, do you know off the top of your head how long was the government shutdown?
It's like 40 days. Maybe it was 40 days exactly. 40 something days.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, I hope that fun fact continues to be true.
Yeah, longest shutdown in history.
Man, we lived through some historic events, it seems.
Yeah.
In the market here. All right. Well, look, I think people have had long enough to email. Sorry if I'm talking over you.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So the answer to the question is, and if you emailed us and said the answer was D, you would be correct, and you will be getting one free month of PeakBot. It is the VIX. The VIX is often called the fear index, measuring the expected market volatility and investor anxiety by analyzing the prices of options on the S&P 500. It reflects how much investors anticipate the market will swing in the near future. Typically, as we know, as we've seen, if VIX goes up, the market is usually going down. If the VIX is moving down, the market is usually going up. That's typically how it works. There are a number of really, really smart people that only invest in VIX options and play those volatility spikes perfectly. I'm jealous of those people because I've tried to nail those spikes before and I can't do it.
Yeah, and it's easy for us to say, oh, whip up a VIX bot.
Nah, the spikes that occur maybe once, twice a year, that would be worth it to trade. But if you know how to capitalize on those, you can make a ton of money.
Absolutely. So with VIX, we consider VIX in nearly all of our strategies, right? As far as, entry criteria, too high or too low on certain, neutral condors, we're not going to trade. If there's too much of a movement, gap up in VIX overnight, not going to trade, right? So all depending upon what type of strategy we're running and what conditions we're considering with VIX, but very, very important when it comes to automating, our strategies. So, very cool. All right. So, hey, hopefully you got that right. And I think what we do now is we move along, Ben. I think maybe we can take a look at King AI and King Condor. I don't know what you think about comparing the two, because look, they're both independent strategies that our traders have access to. Truth be told, I don't know how many are trading both of them at the same time. I'm not. Kind of wish I was. But
they're both 1DT condors, very similar, but also very different. But yes, you'd be essentially doubling down on a range-bound overnight move if you were trading both.
Right. And just to explain at a high level the difference between the two, and I don't know, Ben, maybe I'm not saying we have to do this, but I could pull up a slide and give a visual on what King AI is doing. Do you think that would be helpful or no?
Yeah, why not? We could let's look at the results there, and then we got to talk about Black Friday, because we've got some deals. Our partners got some deals. That's gonna take up a good chunk of time.
All right, let's fly through this. We'll look at King AI. We'll explain the differences between King AI and King Condor as we go, and then we'll look at the results and we'll get into it. All right, so I'm going to share screen here. Now, forgive me, I'm on one monitor. All right, but we're going to get this rocking and rolling here. All right, share screen. Ben, can we see the slide here?
Yes, can you make it? Yeah, there you go.
Perfect. All right. King AI, let's move this little thing on down out of here. All right, so as we were discussing, King AI is a 1DTE Iron Condor on SPX, okay? It enters around 3 p.m., 3:15 Eastern, so you're not in it for the full 2 trading days, if you will. It's about 45 minutes to an hour on the day of entry, and then it expires at the end of the next trading session, the next trading day. So $10 spread. All right, so we're putting out $1,000 for each individual trade here, minus the premium that we're collecting. Okay, and you can see on the right hand side here the average win. Okay, so average premium collected for this 1DTE Iron Condor is around $185 per unit. Okay, the deltas are being actually selected by AI. Okay, when I say AI, I mean we've built a model, a machine learning model here internally that takes over 300 data points and learns on itself every day with every trade or non-trade, and determines a confidence level for each delta, in which wherever the highest confidence level is for each side of the condor, that's where it's going to enter. Okay, rather than the King Condor, same construct, okay, same 1DTE SPX Condor. However, the deltas are always going to be at the 20 delta. Okay, there's no adjusting that. There's no, that it's black and white, 20 delta every time. King AI changes things. It makes it wider or tighter, all depending upon where the confidence level is at those deltas. So that's one of the primary differences between King Condor and King AI. With the delta selection varying, this brings a higher win rate. We can see this bot with over 10 years of backtest data, and it's been live since September, 90 to 95% win rate. For those of you who know about King Condor, we're looking at about a 50 to 60% win rate with King Condor. Okay, so a far lower win rate, but the average win for King Condor was closer to $300 as opposed to $185. All right, almost half that. And the drawdowns. All right, so the drawdowns. When I say drawdowns, I'm going to say with King AI, it's 14.9, call it 15%. That's on your 10K. So we're talking $1,500. And that's really when you get 2 losses close to each other, right? You can see the average loss here is nearly $800. And we're going to show you an example of a win and a loss here, and then we're going to get back into it. So King AI, here's an example of a win. $220 win. Ben, my guess is that's probably like the 15 delta of something similar to that. 220, yeah. All we need to do was stay in between our 2 lines here, our sold call and our sold put. We got $10 spread on each of those, so it's a risk-defined trade. But you can see here we never even really got too close to the sun, didn't sniff any trouble, and took home an easy $220 per unit that day. Okay. Now, this was
real quick, Dylan. We did get a comment coming in, question actually. So the delta that Dylan is referring to is the sold trade. Yes. So on King Condor, King Condor is always selling that 20 delta. On King AI, And I get it does get confusing to bots with the word king in it. Maybe we should.
They will change it. Well, you know what?
King AI was derived. King AI was derived from King Condor, which is why that naming took place. But yeah, so the 20 Delta is the sold strike, the short strike on King Condor, and it could be anywhere from the 10 to 30 Delta on King AI.
Yep. Great question. Great answer. So this is what an average win looks like, okay, when you stay in between the lines. This is what a loss looks like. This was a little bit higher than the average loss. This was an $885 loser, okay, which tells us we collected $115 in premium on the entry. So maybe that's even closer to the 10 Delta. Don't quote me on that. But this was back in October, early October, when we announced, President Trump announced tariffs, 100%, I forget, some crazy high tariffs on China out of nowhere. And, well, you can see where that happened, right around 10, 11 o'clock here, 10:30. So, look, anybody who had a condor that day was going to get blown out for the most part. When we were just a statistic on the wrong side there. But these losses happen, okay? And they're going to be big losses, but you're winning nine out of 10 trades. So it doesn't take very long to recover from these losses. So why don't we do this, Ben? I'm going to stop sharing just so I don't pull up anything crazy on one monitor, and I'll get the results here so we can just take a look at the live trades and the returns thus far. All right, so here's King AI. This is available on our website, in our Discord, etc. All right, so we can see here, look at this equity curve, all right? This is back-tested data and live from September 17th of this year. So say what you want about back-tested data, but this is some pretty great information here, okay? We're talking over 1,000% return over the last 10 years. That may not be a number that people want to comprehend, but that's the data. Here's why we love King AI, because it does what it says it's going to do for the most part, okay? More so than other strategies we've launched in the past. Here's the live trade since 9/17. All right, so we've endured 3 losses since the launch. Okay, we have taken 30 trades, won 27 of them. I don't know what that math is. 27 divided by 30.
90%. We're at a 90% win, right?
At 90. So you can see when the losses stack up, all right, it happens, okay, and that's where you get your kind of your max drawdown that we've seen. But the important thing to note here is we've made over $1,000 in 2 months, all right, and this is a $10 spread on Iron Condor. So, considering that you can be in today's and tomorrow's trade, that's $2,000 in cash you need to technically run one over 50%. That's excellent. And if we're taking that $10,000 budget, right, we have that for people who are familiar. We kind of build in a buffer to make sure that we can minimize drawdowns and that small accounts aren't coming in here and getting blown up with one loss. So even on that 10K number, this is a 10% return in just 2 months. So however you want to look at it and however you want to spin it, this bot's crushing. Okay. Not to say that if you joined on a specific date that you're not down right now. Okay. If you joined on 10/9, you've seen 3 losses. We're down nearly, nearly $900. Okay. That's not fun for anybody. All right. We're all in it with you, but this is what happens. All right. This is what happens. But you can see this 885 loss, the first one that we took, doesn't take very long to recover from that loss. Here it is. How many trades is that? 7. So 7 trades, and that's on average. That's pretty low. I mean, you can see that it gets made up even quicker in other scenarios. But Ben, anything I missed here on King AI? I mean, the bot's crushing it. If you're not,
the only thing to note is the bot has been off more lately than normal because there are economic, political, and volatility filters built into the bot. Last week, the bot was off quite a bit because of the government shutdown. This week, the bot has been off a couple of days because of VIX, increase in volatility. And yesterday, there was a big data dump. All the data that wasn't released during the government shutdown was released yesterday. So the bot was off. And we saw, I mean, if you were watching the market yesterday, that was a wild day. So good thing we were sitting out yesterday. As of right now, all parameters are a go for the bot to be King AI and King Condor to be trading over the weekend. However, that could change with any end of day swings, or if some event gets posted that would turn the bot off. That's either happening this afternoon, over the weekend, or on Monday. But going into next week, I would expect the bot to be operating pretty normally. And actually, I'm kind of curious now that we're talking about, economic and political events. Kind of curious to take a look at the economic event calendar for next week. I know that we usually save that to the end of the show.
Hit it.
But let's hit it. Let's get this going. Share screen. All right, so going into next week on Monday, and this is why I would like to trade going into Monday, because there's not much going on Monday, and there's going to be historically less volatility going into the week of Thanksgiving. On Tuesday, we got PPI, retail sales, a bunch of things happening in the morning, calming down in the afternoon, moving on into Wednesday. So TGE, Thanksgiving Eve, biggest bar night, actually. We all know that. Biggest bar night in the U.S. You can go to your hometown, see your old buddies, and go out to the bar. Wednesday morning, a lot of data. Wednesday throughout the day, lots of data. And then, of course, we've got Thanksgiving on Friday, and then nothing much going on Friday. So that's what we got going on next week. Kind of tricky, lots of data coming out, but nothing that's going to really, in my opinion, impact us too far in either direction.
Not financial advice.
Not financial advice.
Awesome. I want to know if there's any more questions coming in. No. Okay. Black Friday.
Black Friday. We have a Black Friday deal going on right now. I'll get it up on screen. And I do want to talk about Trendy John's Black Friday deal, because he's got a pretty sick deal. Out of all the Black Friday deals for our partners, I think he's probably got the best deal going on right now, and his bot has been on an absolute tear. But before we talk about John, let's talk about ourselves. Now, we have on our website, where is this? There we go. On our website, you can see we've got our Black Friday deal. You won't see these prices again, right? Up to $2,500 off, limited to just 50 new subscribers. We've actually already booked, I think, 8 or something like that. So these seats are falling in availability. So make sure you book your time. You'll reserve your discount if you book time. Why do you have to book time? You got to book time because we've made a change recently to our whole business model, where we really want to focus on bringing in traders that have the knowledge, skill, ability, and
qualified
traders to use our algorithms. Because over the past 5 years of doing this, we've learned that people who are coming in and are not qualified, they're actually probably going to lose money because they don't understand trading and don't understand drawdowns, so on and so forth. They might not have enough cash to be able to withstand some drawdowns on these bots. Therefore, you must book time with us, but it will be worth it, because you're going to get PeakBot Pro Plus for $2,500 off, making the total price, and this isn't on our website. You're not going to find the price on our website. The total price is going to be just under $1,500 for the year, right? So that's less than $150 per month. It's $1,500 for the year. Plus, when you book time, you get to talk to Dylan.
Yeah, but it's good. It's a good thing. Here's what you're actually getting. Okay. And this is on our website. All right. PeakBot.com. And you can click on pricing here. What you're getting. All right. So our Black Friday deal, to be more specific, it's our all access pass. All right. We have our whole bots only. If you just want to get in and use the bots, that's there for you. And it's at a normal price. But we're throwing you lifetime access to PeakBot's all access pass. Okay, normally there's a $2,500 fee for that. Okay, for lifetime access to our community, our team, our education, our classroom, alerts, Discord, everything. Okay, that's being waived. All right, and you're locking in your annual rate at, as Ben said, just under $1,500. It's $1,490. All right, and the normal cost of that is $4,000. So we're bringing it down from $4K to $1,500. As Ben mentioned, only 50 seats available. I actually believe we've sold more than what Ben mentioned. So get on it fast. All right, and this is everything that's included: access to all of our bots. Okay. New ones as they come in, there's no additional cost to you for that. All right. Integrate with any of our brokers. Live chat support is huge here. You're getting access to our Discord community with live trade alerts, beta trades, discussions on our strategies, results, everything. All right. Access to our masterclass, full video vault, hours of really good information. Ben, you said something really, smart earlier. Was you'd think that you hand everybody the same bot, that they get the same results. It's not the case. It's really not the case. You got to still know when you want to activate these strategies. Of course, there's entry criteria, and that's taken out of your hands now, but you got to know if you really even want to turn these bots on. So the more you know, the better success you're going to have. And it's not a fact, but we see it. We see it day in and day out. Classroom, monthly check-ins, okay? An accountability buddy there for you to keep you where you need to be, and of course your private onboarding call. So all of this, all right, no access fee, as if what would be normal. All right, so, and your price lock, you're going to renew at $1,490 every single year. So if a year from now we've got 10 bots and we're charging more, you're not paying more. All right, $1,490 is your lock price. So that's our deal. Go to our website. Right now, you're going to book time. We are going to release the buy now link on our website here soon, probably on Black Friday, maybe sooner if enough people are itching us to do it. But yeah, come talk to us, see if you're qualified to be using our strategies, and if you are, you're going to get the deal of a lifetime. So PeakBot.com, grab time, learn more about our Black Friday all access pass.
Awesome.
All right, Ben.
Cool. All right, now we're going to switch over to Trendy John, pro trader over at Simpler Trading. His bot has been absolutely crushing it lately. I will share. This is
a different page, by the way. It looks similar,
same design, yeah. Because why recreate the designs?
Yeah.
Same design but different offers. So this is peakbot.com/trendy. PeakBot.com, and I see Dylan typing right now, so that blinks in on screen. This deal is incredible. So Trendy's pricing is available on the website. Usually his bot is $299 a month or $2,990 a year. So that's just 10 months. You're paying for 10 months if you go for the whole year. With this Black Friday deal, you're going to get $1,000 off every year, not just this year, but for life. So you could lock in a rate of, it is $2,999. You could lock in a rate of $1,999 per year for life with this Black Friday deal. Again, that's usually $2,999. Or if you're not quite sure you want to take the leap into the year just yet, as I mentioned, the monthly is normally $299. With this deal, you can have a $99 1-month trial. And the cool part is you can still upgrade to the $19.99 annual plan within your first 30 days and lock in that lifetime rate. One perk of going for the year up front is you're also going to lock in the lowest rate that's going to be available for Trendy John's next and honestly most anticipated bot, the PMZ bot. So if we have any Trendy fanatics listening right now, this is going to be your deal to lock in the lowest rate for not just the Trendy Fly bot, but also the PMZ bot when the PMZ bot is being released. I do have an update on the PMZ bot as well. We are going to finally and officially enter into an internal beta next week. So we will be trading.
Nice. And I think what you should do, Ben, PMZ is very exciting, around the corner coming here, and we know we're going to have a lot of beta testers for that. Ben, can you pull up Trendy Fly results just so people can see what they're getting $1,000 off for and why they should do it?
Yes. More changes are coming to this bot as well. So we did just spend about 3 weeks making adjustments after the launch. We did replenish people's subscriptions as a result of those updates. So people were not being charged for those 3 weeks. They're getting that added onto their subscriptions. But here's what we're looking at now. And since we launched this new version on November 11th, we've taken 9 trades, and trims 1 and 2 have not lost yet. For 9 days, no losses. If you were trading just trims 1 and 2, you would have made $1,350. Now, trims 3, 4, and 5 are not doing so hot. And actually, those stopped out today. So we'll have to figure out what that overall loss was. It's going to be small because we got a really, really high credit today. We'll have to figure out what the P&L is there. But trims 1 and 2, they've never changed. They've always been $50 and $100, where other trims have changed quite a bit. So over the 99 trading days that this bot has been live, and this is not back-tested data, this is live data. If we wanted to look at trims 1 and 2, and these are the trims that I personally trade, if you were trading just one contract on each of these for the last 99 trading days, you would be up, I gotta zoom out to get the number, $3,115. And you can see the win rate on these trims are significantly higher.
And the trim is just a take profit level for anybody who's not tracking.
Right. Good point. Good point. Forgot to mention that. Yes. So with this bot, you do have the option to take profit at different levels. Trim 1 is a profit at $50. That's a quick scalp. Trim 2 is a profit at $100. Still a scalp, but takes a little bit longer. Trim 3, 4, and 5, you're going for a bit more cash. You're going for $225 on trim 3, and you're going for $350 on trim 4 and $500 on trim 5. So and those will have a lower win rate.
Yeah, and sorry to interrupt you there, but worth mentioning, of course, change is still coming to this strategy, but outside of trim 3, which is got a negative return there, 4 and 5 are still profitable, but it's a roller coaster ride. It's a bumpy ride with some drawdowns.
So the update that we're thinking about, in full transparency here, is actually reducing trim 3 back down to like $150 trim, which is where it used to be at one point in time, and then removing trim 4 and 5 completely. And the reason for that would be we're going to add in a toggle to where you can say, I actually don't want the bot to take profit for me. I want to manage the exit myself. And you could decide where you want to take that exit. So trims 4 and 5 might be getting the axe soon, because trims 1 and 2 have been performing so well and have consistently performed so well to where we don't really need to populate the bot with much more noise than that.
Yep. Don't overcomplicate it, right? We found this out over the last 5 years. The more simple you can keep things, the more better, or the more success you see over time. So more changes to come, but go ahead on over to peakbot.com/trendy right now to take advantage. Ben, there is a checkout link for that right now live.
There it is. Yeah, you don't need to talk to anybody. So
no schedule time.
Yep, peakbot.com/trendy. Again, you get $1,000 off every year for life, or $99 trial. And within your first 30 days, you can lock in that annual plan. But again, if you do go right for the annual subscription here, you're going to lock in that lowest lifetime rate for the PMZ bot when that PMZ bot gets released.
Awesome.
So if you're on the PeakBot email list, you're going to receive a bunch of emails this coming week. We're going to have a list of all of our partners, all of their Black Friday deals, see what you can get involved in. This is the best time of year to start trading with the trading bot. And if it's not PeakBot, we hope it's one of our partners.
I'll tell you this, Ben, not to put us on the spot here, but we're talking about how to give you, the listener, the retail trader, the cleanest way to understand all of PeakBot strategies, all of the offers and deals going on for Black Friday at once, we're going to give you a shop to go and just check it out. Ben, maybe we got it. Maybe we have to finally push the bot shop.
Maybe we'll release the bot shop. Okay.
I think it's got to go with all the. If there was ever a time to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. We hold each other accountable on live shows. We just do that. But all right, we'll likely have a bot shop for you with all of our partners and all of their deals ready for you next week with its own dedicated website. But either way, you're going to be hearing from us. Get on our newsletter, okay? If you want to get signed up for our newsletter, just email us experience@peakbot.com. It's a weekly newsletter. It's completely free, and you will stay up to speed with anything and everything PeakBot, okay? So just email us experience@peakbot.com. Ben, I think we're done. I think we're good here.
I think we're good.
Awesome. So keep an eye on things heading into the rest of the day here. It's been a choppy week. Okay, we can sit here and spend. My account's hurting. My account's bleeding this week. You know, Ben, I got a split on TQs. Didn't even know it was coming.
Really? Interesting.
TQs split yesterday.
Yeah, that happens every now and then with those ETFs.
I know. I wasn't ready for that, truthfully. I got 200 shares now. It's trading at $50 a share. Hey, more opportunity for wheelers, though. TQs at $50. I love that.
I do like that.
Doug, what do you mean?
We'll be here on Monday, Doug. Be here on Monday. And then, yes, we're going to take next Friday off, but we'll be here Monday.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be live again Monday. Hope you have a great weekend. Take advantage of some Black Friday deals while they're around. Best deals you'll see. And as always, we'll see you at the peak. Take care, everybody.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.